Hello and welcome to this video presentation about Amazon Web Services, which is commonly known as AWS. It is a vast technology which is used nowadays across the world, and that's why we are going to talk about it today in a great detail so that an absolute beginner can also understand what actually AWS is. Because if you are a beginner and if you want to jump into AWS or AWS certifications, then it is very important for you to understand AWS first, or what actually AWS is. So that's why today I am going to explain the AWS in a very great detail so that you will be able to understand it, and then you can prepare for your Amazon Web Services certification, and I will give you some suggestions as well which would be very helpful for your certification. So let's get started with what is the need of AWS. So why AWS is required and what is the need of it? Previously, when there were no cloud services, and if you want to establish your own company, then you will have to suffer a lot, or the owner have to suffer a lot. Why it is so? Because you will have to buy the databases. After buying the databases, you will have to buy the expensive servers. After buying all these things, or after establishing the infrastructure of the company, you will have to hire some developers who can develop the databases and who can maintain the servers. After doing all these things, time to time maintenance of the server is required and database is required. After that, you will have to occupy a large area for storing that specific data center. And even after doing all such things, if there is a small problem or a bug in your server, then you will have to down your complete applications which are running on those servers. So that is a very big problem or a headache for the business owner, and they are also having such problems like scalability and maintainability. So all these problems are okay. It is okay for the high budget project or high project company. But what about those who are having a very low budget and they want to start their company? It is very, very difficult, and it is near to impossible for those people who are having a very low budget and they want to start their company, because they need a large area and they need a lot of money to establish their company or infrastructure of that company. So for solving this problem, or for solving the problem of the business owners, the cloud services comes into the picture. Cloud services provides you all these things remotely. You do not need to buy a single server. You don't need to buy a database. All these things are provided to you remotely. You don't need to do anything. You can use your servers and databases by sitting from any corner of the world. You can use it. That's what the facility that cloud services provide to us. What is AWS? Amazon Web Services is the cloud computing services provider. It is not the cloud services provider. Let me clear this misconception, because students are having a lot of misconception related to it. So cloud services is different than the cloud computing services. Cloud services are the superset of cloud computing services. Cloud services is a very broader term which includes online storage, social media applications, and much more than that. So it is a very broader term. It is different than the cloud computing services. Cloud computing services consist of servers, online databases, and many things like that. It is different. It is just a subset of the cloud services. Remember this thing. Now, what cloud computing platforms provides you? So they provide you all the services that you need to succeed in your business, like servers, storages, networking solutions, software solutions, analytics softwares for analyzing that how your business is doing. So everything, they are providing all the services that you need to succeed in your business. Now, how AWS is different from all the cloud computing services provider platforms? Because there are many players, many cloud computing services provider players which are there in the market. So how it is different and why it is #1 cloud computing services provider. So the first reason behind it is the pay-as-you-go model. Its pay-as-you-go model is one of the key attractor for all the companies in the market. Either it is a large scale company or a low scale company, because in pay-as-you-go model, you will have to pay only for those services that you are using. So it is quite efficient for all the companies. And the second reason is scalability. If you want to scale your company, then it is quite easy using AWS. You just need to increase the services and you just have to pay for them. And AWS is widespread, so it provides you the global reach. And because of this global reach, customers of this AWS can reach to the global clients. And because of increasing popularity of AWS, every company, like maximum companies, are using AWS for hosting their websites and using their cloud computing platforms. And according to the survey of 2023, AWS is used by 90% of the companies for hosting their websites. And if you will go on LinkedIn and if you will search the jobs, then in every job there is a requirement for AWS. If you know AWS, then you are in, otherwise you will not. That's why I will suggest you that if you are doing certification of AWS or any certification in AWS, then please do it properly, because AWS provides a wide array of services, and that's why if you are an AWS developer or AWS cloud practitioner or solution architect, then you should have the knowledge of all the services properly. If you are not having the proper knowledge, or if you are cheating in the certification, or if you have done the fake certification, then it doesn't make sense, because you are not having the proper knowledge of those services which AWS provides. So that's why please try to learn it properly, learn the services, and then do the certification. That will make sense. And if you are an absolute beginner who is starting their journey with AWS, then I will suggest you to not to buy any other course. AWS itself has provided an AWS Skill Builder platform where you can learn the AWS in a very detailed manner. So please go there, do any of the course that according to your certification, do that course. So this is what the basic introduction or basic information about the AWS Amazon Web Services. If you are having any problem or doubt related to this, then you can comment below. I will try to give your solution or give the answer of your question as soon as possible. So thank you for today. If you like this information, then please like the video. And if you need this type of information, then you can subscribe my channel. Thank you.